Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Angela. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Before I get started, I want to go over my disclaimers. If you are in immediate danger, please call 911, or you can reach out to the domestic hotline at 800-799-SAFE, 800-799-7233. And for mental health resources, reach out to NAMI at 800-950-NAMI. 800-950-6264, and you can also text NAMI at 741741. With that being said, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. So yesterday I told you all that I was going to share with you some news that I'm excited about. Unfortunately, I'm not going to share it today because it's still a work in progress. But once it's finished, I will come back and let you know exactly what it is that I'm doing. So please be patient with me. I don't like to talk about things before they are completely done. So I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but please be patient. And with that said, excuse me, I want to go over a story that I came across yesterday. And this actually happened in Anchorage, Alaska. And the name of the family was Rachel Blackshear and her daughter. The two were murdered by the husband. It's a horrible story. He raped his 14-year-old daughter. This is his biological daughter. And when the cat was out of the bag, so to speak, when the news was broken about the rape, he was being investigated, so he quit his job, they said, came back home, killed his daughter and his wife, and then went on the run. They eventually caught him, I think it was 8 days ago, in New York. I think it was Staten Island. So that's where they caught him, and he's been arrested. But this story is so heartbreaking because this is when woman thinks that she can handle the domestic abuse that's going on. And I'm going based off what her mother said, that's in California, and they're the whites. The mother and father were talking, and they said that she was in a domestic abusive relationship, and it was very infrequent, so she thought she could manage it, and she just stayed and tried to deal with it. And that's what I've been talking about in my channel for the longest. It's not okay if someone is putting their hands on you, and it's not okay if they're talking about you, making you feel a certain way, the mental abuse. None of that is okay. So even though you may not think that is happening every time the person comes home or every other day, and it may only happen once every 3 months, that's still too many times, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. And unfortunately, this guy was a monster. Like I said, he violated his own daughter, and then when the cat was out of the bag, he decided to kill them both. So it's very important that if you're in a relationship and you think that domestic violence is something that happens every day, please be cautious and know that that's not true. It's not something that happens every day. It could happen, like I said, once every 3 months. So if somebody's putting their hands on you, grabbing you, pushing you, slapping you, then that's considered domestic violence, and this is something you shouldn't stay in. You shouldn't be around. Like I've said many a times before, if you stay in a relationship like this, it will trickle down to the kids. And in this case, this child had to endure the most heinous crime of all from her father, someone that should be protecting her and caring for her. And I'm so heartbroken that this happened to the family. And like I always say, this is just a learning tool. I use these stories as a learning tool to further talk about domestic violence. My prayers go out to the whites, and I know that it's going to take a lot of healing to get over this, but the mother in the story, she says something that I've been saying for the longest. if you see someone that's in a relationship like this, she understands how uncomfortable it is, please reach out and try to help them. You may lose a friend or you may lose a family member because this is going on. But don't sit back and be quiet about the situation. Not to say who knows what was going on in the household. You know, who knows what this woman and her child had to endure. It's so unfortunately that no one was there to help, and I could only send out my sympathies for her family. I can't even imagine losing two people that you love to such violence. And I hope that he gets the justice that that's coming to him. And because at this point, you can't blame this on mental illness, you know, because this is just like I've mentioned before. A lot of people like to say, oh, he has a mental illness problem. And if that's the case, then go get help. If you know something is off in your thinking process and you see that you are not having healthy thoughts, then go get help. But it's clear to me that this person is a demon. There's no other way to say it. And anytime you would do that to your child, then you deserve the most harshest and severe punishment that's out there. And I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit emotional about this, but this is just something that's really turns my stomach. And if you are in a relationship that's going to involve hurting your children because this person now has found a new way to release his anger or whatever the case may be, or a female, because you do have female offenders that do heinous things to their spouse and their children. So if you're in a relationship with people of that nature, please do not stay. This is not helpful. This is not healthy. And this is only going to destroy you and your children. Please protect your children at all costs. I understand that it may be scary, and I understand that you may feel that you don't have any place to go. But I'm here to tell you, if you reach out for help, help is there. Don't let the shame of it all or the embarrassment of it all keep you stuck in a situation that could potentially be deadly to you and your family. So please get out of this as soon as possible. Like I've mentioned, call the domestic hotline. You'll be surprised on how many options they have for you now, especially in this day and age. You know, it's going to most likely, if it's very severe, they're going to ask you to leave and come to them. And at this point, they will help you with the calling the police and getting things secure, as in getting a restraining order for you and your family. And if the abuse is only to you and you have children, they'll help facilitate the visits, but it would be all safe and secure. So please don't stay in a relationship that could potentially end up the way that it did for Rachel and her child. As I said, if you know someone that's going through this, please share this video. Try to help them as much as possible. Reach out to them. Let them know that they're not alone. And again, I want to give the domestic hotline. It's 800-799-SAFE. 800-799-7233. And I will be linking the story below, and also sending my condolences and prayers to the family. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching.